everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about chemical reactions of acids and bases. Till last class we have seen what is acid, what are the type of acid, what is base, what are type of base, and indicators and its types. So this much we have learned in last class. Today we'll see about chemical reactions of acids and bases. First chemical reaction is reaction of, first we'll see the acid reactions, then we'll go for base reaction. Okay, so first reaction of acid with metal. Reaction of acid with metal. Generally when acid react with metal, it forms salt and liberate hydrogen gas. What is that? When acid react with react with metal, it form salt and liberate hydrogen gas. H2 gas. Example, suppose I'm taking the test tube. In this test tube I have taken zinc metal. Okay, in this test tube I have taken zinc metal. Then I am adding the dilute sulfuric acid. Dilute H2SO4. What will happen? Zinc is a metal, react with the dilute sulfuric acid, then it will liberate the hydrogen gas. So here we can see the bubbles of hydrogen gas. Bubbles of hydrogen gas can be seen in the test tube. Now, it is not a color. How will you identify? How will you confirm that whatever gas liberated is hydrogen only? Whatever gas liberated is hydrogen only. So, we can confirm, that is the what? Detection of hydrogen gas. Detection of hydrogen gas. That means we can identify whether given gas or whatever liberated gas is hydrogen or not. How we can detect? If we bring burning candle or lighten matchstick near to the hydrogen gas, it will burn with pop sound. So how can we identify the hydrogen gas? If we bring burning candle near to hydrogen gas, it burn with pop sound. Okay, so if it produce the pop sound, when we bring the burning candle near to that gas, then we can say the given gas liberated is hydrogen gas. So shall I write this reaction as a zinc react with dilute H2SO4, it form zinc sulfate, which is a salt, plus liberate the hydrogen gas. We can see many more example. Other example are, for example, magnesium is the metal, react with hydrochloric acid, dilute, it forms salt, magnesium chloride, plus liberate hydrogen gas. See here, you can two chloride here, so balance it 2 HCl. Okay, this is the reaction. Now, whatever I told you now, this is the experimental detection of hydrogen gas. Simply, you can bring the burning candle near to test tube, it will produce pop sound. Otherwise, what you can do is, you can pass this hydrogen gas, whichever produced in the test tubes, through the delivery tube to the soap solution. What will happen? There will be the very big soap bubbles. So, if you bring the burning candle near to that bubbles, since we are passing hydrogen gas to the soap solution, that soap bubbles will be filled with the hydrogen. So when you bring the burning candle near to those bubbles, then it will produce the pop sound. Same thing. Otherwise, directly also we can detect the hydrogen gas. We can do either this way, or directly we can bring the burning candle near to the test tube to detect the hydrogen gas. We can write many more examples of reaction between metal and acid. For example, I am writing here zinc plus HCl, dilute hydrochloric acid, will give us zinc chloride as a salt plus hydrogen gas. See, one simple way to write the salt formula is, for whatever the given acid we are taking, it is having the hydrogen. The hydrogen will be evolved in the form of H2 gas. What is the remaining part of acid? The remaining part of acid will combine with metal and it will produce the salt. So whenever you need to write the salt formula, just take acid, take a metal. From acid, the hydrogen will be evolved in the form of hydrogen gas. So remaining part of acid just combine with the metal, you will get the salt formula. Clear everyone? So this is the first reaction of acid, that is the reaction of acid with metal to form salt and hydrogen gas. So generally we can write that acid plus metal, acid plus metal, it forms salt plus hydrogen gas, salt plus hydrogen gas. But remember, till now I have taken example of acid as a dilute HCl and dilute H2SO4. But very important, one important thing is that metals do not liberate hydrogen gas, do not liberate hydrogen gas with dilute HNO3. Very important. Why? See, if we are taking the metals and if we are making reaction between metal and dilute HCl, dilute H2SO4, they are producing hydrogen gas. But if I am taking dilute HNO3, they do not liberate the hydrogen gas. Why? Very important answer is metals do not produce hydrogen gas with dilute HNO3 because dilute HNO3 is an oxidizing agent. Dilute HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent means which oxidizes others. Since it is a strong oxidizing agent, immediately, see, normally H2 will be liberated there, but as the moment H2 liberate, it will immediately oxidizes that hydrogen, oxidizes H2 into water. Because of that reason, the metals do not liberate the hydrogen gas. Actually, hydrogen gas will be there, but we'll not see that. Why? Because immediately H2 will be converted into water. So what will be the product? If metals reacts with dilute HNO3, the product will be metal plus dilute HNO3. It will give us salt plus, see, remember, salt plus water plus oxides of nitrogen. Very important. Oxides of nitrogen. It can be N2O, it can be NO, it can be NO2, depending upon the concentration of HNO3 you are taking. 5%, 10%, 20%, okay? Depending upon the concentration, they will produce the different oxides of nitrogen. Apart from that, salt and water will be there. So metals do not liberate the hydrogen gas with dilute HNO3. Very important concept. Here, one exception is there. That is, there are two metals which can liberate, which has ability to produce hydrogen gas with even dilute HNO3. Very important. There are the two metals, magnesium and manganese. Magnesium and manganese are the two metals, Mn and Mg. Magnesium and manganese are two metals which can liberate hydrogen gas, H2 gas, from very dilute. So you have to take very dilute. If you take concentrated, you will not get. Okay, you have to take very dilute HNO3. So they can liberate hydrogen gas from very dilute HNO3. Very important. Normally, I'm revising again. Acids react with metal. They liberate hydrogen gas and produce salt, corresponding salt, depending upon the metal and acid you are taking. How will you confirm the hydrogen gas? Hydrogen can be detected. Hydrogen gas can be detected if we bring burning candle near to the bubbles of hydrogen gas, it will burn with pop sound. It will produce pop sound. Then we can confirm that the whatever liberated gas is hydrogen gas. One more important thing is, instead of taking dilute HCl, dilute H2SO4, if we are taking dilute HNO3, then metal do not produce hydrogen gas. What is the reason behind that? Because dilute HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent. Immediately it oxidizes hydrogen H2 into the water. Because of that reason, the metals do not liberate hydrogen gas with the dilute HNO3. But we have the exception. There are the two metals, magnesium and manganese. Magnesium and manganese are the two metals which can liberate the hydrogen gas from very dilute HNO3. I think it is clear to everyone. Next, we'll go for second reaction. First, we are dealing with reactions of acid. Okay. So second reaction is reaction of acid with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonate. Metal hydrogen carbonate. So reaction of acid with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonate. First of all, we'll see some examples of metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate. What are the example of metal carbonate? Example of metal carbonates. For example, sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, calcium carbonate, CaCO3, potassium carbonate, K2CO3, magnesium carbonate. Okay, you can write many example of metal carbonates. Okay, metals made up of metals and carbonate ions. Okay, sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate, potassium carbonate, magnesium carbonate are some of the examples of metal carbonates. What are the metal bicarbonates? Metal bicarbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate is same. Sometimes hydrogen carbonate, also known as bicarbonate. So metal hydrogen carbonate can also be called as a metal bicarbonate. Now, what are the example of metal hydrogen carbonate? Same thing, see, sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, which is known as baking soda. Potassium hydrogen carbonate, KHCO3. Calcium hydrogen carbonate, CaHCO3 twice. Similarly, magnesium hydrogen carbonate, right, MgHCO3 twice. These are some of the example of metal hydrogen carbonate. Now we'll come to the actual topic, that is when acid react with metal carbonates or metal bicarbonate, we'll get the same product, that is salt plus water plus CO2 gas. So what we'll get? First, always try to remember the general equation. General equation means when acid react with metal carbonate or bicarbonate, you can say slash metal bicarbonate, same metal hydrogen carbonate or bicarbonate, and what they will produce? They will produce salt, corresponding salt plus CO2 plus water. So when acid react with metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate, it gives salt plus CO2 plus water. We'll see the example. Acid, I am taking HCl, dilute HCl. When it react with, we can take the metal carbonate example, sodium carbonate, it will produce, see, very easy. In sodium carbonate, what is the positive part? Sodium will be +1, carbonate will be -2. In HCl, H plus, Cl minus, simply combine plus minus. Na plus will combine with Cl minus, what you will get? NaCl plus, see here, hydrogen and CO3, it will combine and will form the carbonic acid. Actually, carbonic acid, see here, we can take the two, H2CO3, carbonic acid, but carbonic acid is unstable, so immediately it will decompose to form water plus CO2. So because of that reason, in main equation, instead of writing carbonic acid, we'll be writing the water plus CO2. So sodium chloride is a salt, water plus carbon dioxide gas. So when acid react with metal carbonates, it form salt plus CO2 plus water. Now, how can you confirm? We can take two more examples, then we will write the detection of carbon dioxide gas. Suppose if I take the bicarbonate, okay, I'll take the bicarbonate. For example, same acid, dilute HCl plus sodium bicarbonate, or you can say sodium hydrogen carbonate, will give us same thing, same sodium chloride plus water plus CO2 gas. Sodium chloride plus water plus CO2 gas. In this, if you see, sodium will be +1, bicarbonate ion will be -1, H plus, Cl minus. So simply just join plus minus, that's all. Na plus Cl minus NaCl. Here H plus HCO3 minus H2CO3 carbonic acid, but we will not be showing the carbonic acid because it will immediately decompose and give us water and CO2 gas. We can write many examples. For example, calcium carbonate, metal carbonate react with acid like H2SO4, okay, acid. It will form salt, calcium sulfate plus CO2 plus water. Salt plus carbon dioxide gas plus water. Similarly, if I take magnesium carbonate plus HCl, what they will give? Magnesium chloride as a salt. See, magnesium +2 here, H +1 -1, this is -2. So magnesium and chlorine plus minus magnesium chloride. Then hydro H plus CO3 minus. Here carbonic acid formula is H2CO3. It will decompose to give us CO2 plus water. It will decompose to give us CO2 plus water. Clear, everyone? So you can write other example like, I'll give you some example practice. HCl react with calcium bicarbonate. What will be the product? Write the product. Similarly, H2SO4 acid react with potassium bicarbonate, KHCO3. What will be the product? So please practice after the class. Next, we can write the detection. Yes, we are saying carbon dioxide gas is produced, but how will you confirm whatever gas produced is carbon dioxide only? That is, if we bring the carbon dioxide gas, if we pass the carbon dioxide gas through lime water, then lime water will turn milky. What is the formula of lime water? CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide. So how we can detect the carbon dioxide gas? If CO2 gas passed through lime water, it turns lime water means, you can write lime water, it turns milky. Why? Due to milkiness, the appearance of milky color is due to formation of calcium carbonate. This is also very important. Question can become like this. If we pass the carbon dioxide gas through lime water, it turns milky. Why? What is the reason? That is due to formation of calcium carbonate. Important. We can see the reaction. Calcium hydroxide, it is nothing but lime water. If we pass carbon dioxide gas through lime water, it will give us calcium carbonate plus water. So calcium carbonate is a white precipitate. Because of that reason, we'll be getting the milky color. But remember, if we pass excess of CO2, milkiness disappear. Why? See here, if I pass the excess of CO2 in this reaction, CaCO3 plus water. If I pass excess of CO2 through the solution, what will happen? It will convert into calcium bicarbonate. Since calcium bicarbonate is a clear solution, it is not white color, so milkiness will be disappear. So very important, we have to pass the limited amount of carbon dioxide gas. If you want to detect, if you want to identify given gas evolved with carbon dioxide gas, you have to pass limited amount. You should be careful that excess of carbon dioxide, if you pass, you cannot detect because the solution will be clear solution. So always, if we pass the limited amount of CO2 gas through the lime water, it will turn milky. So we can confirm that given gas is CO2 gas. But if we pass excess of CO2 through the solution, then the milkiness disappear due to formation of calcium bicarbonate. Due to formation of calcium bicarbonate. Due to formation of calcium bicarbonate. Okay. So next, neutralization reaction. We have reactions of acids with metal oxide. These two reactions we'll see in the next class. Keep on reading, keep on doing hard work. All the best for your exam. Thank you.